Investing at FTX was such a terrible idea. It comes with a lot of risk and losing money that you're really ready to lose.
It was a terrible investment, 100%, and I lost my money. I get it. I'm a diversified investor. I make mistakes. This is one of them. But I learn from my mistakes. This won't be happening again. If I'm going to put serious capital to work in a broker-dealer, in an exchange, it's going to be one that's regulated, that has transparency, and has the same rules of test that every other exchange that deals in stocks and bonds has. Because, everybody's saying the same thing. It's great to be a retail investor and trade a few $1,000s worth of crypto. And if that's what Binance is going to do, good for them. But every single institutional investor is going to look at this and say, okay, can't play with this structure anymore because there's not enough transparency. I'm going to wait for the SEC or whoever it is going to be, the Fed or whoever, to regulate this stuff. This is actually a turning point for this industry. It's a maturation for this industry. That's what's going to happen. Because I'm disappointed, like many other shareholders. I always try and find what is the outcome of something like this. I mean, yes, I'm a shareholder in the international. That's a zero. It's not the first time I've made a bad investment, probably not the last time, but luckily I make more good ones than bad ones, and I learn from my mistakes. What's going to happen now is there won't be another situation like this for institutional investors ever again. We're simply not going to put capital to work until this stuff gets regulated. And what is occurring, and I'm just one voice in it, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fly to Washington, and I want regulation. I want it now. No more delaying. I think this puts tremendous pressure on the SEC. I think a bill like the Stablecoin Transparency Act, which has been floating around forever, not going to signature, not going to markup, we got to stop doing this to ourselves. As an industry, it has to stop, but also it's time to move forward with regulation. This is the bottom of the crypto market. A massive player goes to zero, and now you build from the ashes. That's the upside. I lost money in the accounts there. They have a gate on them now. It doesn't stop me from buying more, and I'm going to do just that. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that most of these currencies and tokens and coins have absolutely been beaten into the ground as a result of this, and probably a buying opportunity. That's the way I look at it. I want to do one thing, and that one thing is to pass the Stablecoin Transparency Act. One thing, because that allows us to use the US dollar as a payment system. I would use that in all of my businesses every day. It's far superior to ACH, far superior to SWIFT, far faster, more transparent, 100% audible. All I need is the regulation that forces an audit every 30 days and guarantees me the backup for this is Treasury bills less than 12 months of duration. That's one thing. Very simple. That would signal to everybody around the world that regulators here in the United States are taking crypto on, starting to put rules in place, putting the guardrails on. No one is going to play ball anymore in this space on an institutional level with serious capital till we get it done.
If you're licking your wounds at the moment, I suggest going to the large hospital. We have a sizable holding in these names, and I've also been nipping at the edges of the cap projects like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and obviously Polygon Solana that have been murdered, and it's a good project, excellent opportunity to add it. We'd like to make one point clear to everyone. It is impossible to pick the bottom. No one can predict when it will occur, but if they stay, they can own a variety of positions in the area that needs diversification. And they are all over the place. But if you believe in Bitcoin, it's a purchasing opportunity, though you can't be certain that you're catching something. Never does it work that way. Nobody ever catches the bottom. This is fantastic news for the cryptocurrency industry. And even positions like Bitcoin or Ethereum, they are decentralized holdings. Bitcoin is not just exposed here as an American investor. It is present all over the world. If Bitcoin dropped another 20%, it would hardly matter because it is so widely used. Despite all the excitement around Bitcoin, most holdings are not institutional. And this is the choice an investor must make at a time like this. After all, there is a moment for me or anyone else to say, look, if I believe in 3 years or 36 months that there is a policy on, do I want to buy Bitcoin after the policy is in place and all the institutions have started using it? Purchasing it, or am I willing to take a chance and deal with some volatility right away? Let me explain how bottoms are made in any market. Whether it be in equities, debt, cryptocurrency, or real estate, you always need a big player to go to zero, which always helps. It could be a long-term capital or one of these crypto infrastructure companies. But it always gives you a good bottom when you get a big player overly leveraged that goes to zero. That always tends to be the beginning of the rebuilding process. So if you have to sacrifice someone who used too much leverage, and it's always leverage that does this because their overly leveraged positions are complicated, opaque, and liquid, and they go to zero, that's okay. In fact, I'd argue that's a good thing because someone is going to zero. I don't know who, but it'll be great for everyone else who survives. And that's why I enjoy washout events. I believe we are due for one in the cryptocurrency world. And although I have no idea who it will be, you can count on me to deliver on that, I promise. If you had previously seen this film, you will discover later that they were completely destroyed, so it's a good thing I don't use leverage on cryptocurrencies since I've previously witnessed this level of volatility. On certain assets, I might use leverage on, but it won't be in cryptocurrency. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a lot from it. Cryptocurrency world is definitely something scary yet fun. Scary when it comes to investing something and might lose it in the process, and fun at the same time because this may also provide a safe store for your values. However, opinions vary from person to person. Let me know your suggestions in the comment box below. Thank you again, everyone. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get the latest trends when I upload new videos and news when it comes to cryptocurrency.